start this. Okay, so the last time we did we designed the character, designed the character for the game. So I showed you how to use part object to parts. So let me just put a new one here. New. Oh boy. Okay, wrong one. Sorry. So new document. Okay, so in tonight's lesson, we're going to design the background. So the background will introduce you to something called document properties to change the size of the page. So we're gonna go to File, Document Properties. The shortcut is also Shift Control D. So in Document Properties, we have a few things here. What we are going to do is concentrate on this custom size. In custom size, you can change or make the width and the height a bit larger. So it's 1920, the width and the height of 1080. Okay. Once you're done with that, you just exit from there. Then you see we already made our screen larger, page larger. Okay, once we got our how is the background view, the page documents settings sorted. Next, we're going to can you move down there? Next, we're going to do is layers. So in the background, we're going to create a print design. Most like, let me show you an example of a 2D. A game, 2D game design backgrounds. If I'm using the right mouse. Okay. In 2D games, there's we're doing design art for a 2D parallax type scrolling. This is an example of parallax scrolling game. So you can see this layer, there's 1, 2, 3 layers. So we have 3 layers. Or looks like 3 layers. 1, 2, or 3. So this layer is moving faster than the top layer here. In it's another vertical parallax scrolling. Let's do here. You see this, you got 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layer, 4 layers. So we can do something like that. Sorry. Is it okay? Back to the new document. Where is it? So to add a layer, you just go, there's a layer in layers, and layer menu and layers shortcut, shift control L. You click on layers, you have the layers menu shown on the right. Okay, and this, can you go ahead also? Okay, make it longer. Now by default, layer 1 is already set. So we're just going to rename this layer as the sky. Go to one layer. And we're going to put a bluish background, covering the whole of that screen, or most of it. Color. Alright. Look for a blue. Okay, let's put a little bit of gradient. Yes. More blue there. And bring it down so it looks like the sky is more bluer than the below of the screen. Ugh. Sorry, just fix that. Okay, well, that's your sky. We're done with that. Now the next thing we're going to do is another layer on top of this one. When designing, if you don't want to include or move around this layer by accident, we're going to lock this layer because we are done with this. So lock it so you can't move it again. You can't select it, so you can't move it again. Add a new layer. You on this plus sign, and we're going to call it background this time. And so we want the background to be in front of the sky. Therefore, we leave it above, on top, and not below. Yeah. So what we're going to do is add like a distant mountain looking thing. So let's get that. I kind of already did it with two, not to waste too much time in the designing of it again. Just to show you what I have done. Let me just ungroup this if I can. Okay, there it is. So what I had done is selected a rectangle, right? And basically used, like the last lesson I told you how to use object to path, and then object to path, object to path, and move around this thing to shape it how you want to shape it. And that's what I did. Okay. What I also did was duplicate this and to make, duplicate this, and I made a copy of it, of a darker color, this color here, since I want to show you how I did that. And I also showed how last lesson how to use the union difference. So we're going to just use that very quickly. If I did correctly, duplicate this, move it a little. Oh, come on, when you want it to work, it doesn't work. Oh, because you need to select it. Let's update that. Just move it a little. Select that and this, and I'm going to path and difference, there it is. So that's how I kind of got that little, well, my attempt was to make it look like a shadowy effect. Make it, oh, okay, let's not mess with that inside, let's move it outside. Right, same thing, and then I just threw in circles and made of different shapes. You can obviously take full advantage of that object to path and do something weird and make it like mountains looking stony type objects. Okay, so that is basically what I did to get something that looked like a mountain. I'm just going to clear all this out and get this whole thing back. Copy and paste. Yeah. So all I did was I grouped them once I got all of it, and then just duplicated and made them different sizes. Once I got that, I'll just bring this down to show you. Not that one. Okay. Right. So let's go down there. Stay there. So this is what I have done. My version of what looks like a mountain. Although you can, the documentation, the tutorial lesson I sent attached here will have a bit more information. You can just go wild with the design. This is to make it look more full of a background. Just select everything there and bring it to the bottom. Once we got that, let's lock that so we don't mess up with the background images. And next, apparently that didn't help. Oh, everything will work. It's supposed to work. Interesting. Oh, right. Because you didn't add it to the background. E. There. Okay. So what I just did there, I just did my own thing and didn't show. Alright, so I just copied this image from the other document to here, and then it selected root by default. So what I just did now, I went down, select the whole the image I copied into, and change it to the layer I wanted to add it into. So I want to add it into the background layer, so it becomes part of the background layer, and that should have worked. It's, apparently it didn't work. What's wrong? Third layer. Come on. Yeah, I'll fix that later. Okay, this next layer is sky, clouds. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, I did it now. Okay, now we select the clouds. Clouds for game to sample, just put in a whole lot of circles, or small circles. Make it look more like a color of a cloud. There we go. A bunch of a bit of number of circles together. That's so we can do a better job of this. Okay. Once you're happy with the way our cloud looks, you just group them up. Object, group. Once you got them up, you group them, then you can make it look, oops, more like a, what happened? Where did the color thing go to? Color, gradients. Mm-hmm. Just getting that sky correct. That's where I went wrong. Give me a second. Ungroup, actually, you go union them, make it one object. Then it might work. There it is. Actually, okay. So that's it for the background. It looks, well, it could look better. Let's see. Let's just save that. So when you save, you got a lot of formats here. SVG is, if an image is still planning on editing and changing later, it's good to save it in SVG, and then you can export it to JPG, PNG, whichever image format suits you. Save as SVG. Let's just log all that. We are happy with, and I'm going to create a new one. Before I continue, that is it for backgrounds. Questions, comments? Nothing. Suppose what you can do more if you're looking at what's the word? Make it look more parallax. You can duplicate this, make it a darker shade of the color, and make it smaller so the back image looks further away than the one in the front. Okay, so I'm not gonna show that here. That'll take a bit more time. Just gonna move on to the third part of this is third and final, which is foreground images. So that's like what objects you'd want in your game, like trees, houses, cars. This gonna change to new document. With the new foreground images, we are going to do the same thing with the document setting, document properties, except we're going to look at grids. Let's go File, Document Settings, and go to the Grids tab here. In the Grid tab, we're going to, there is rectangular grid already selected, and click on New. Just checking. Egg spacing. Line 64. So what's it? Depending on the size of your images, 64 is a normal, but you can go with 48 by 48, 128 by 28 is larger. But let's do with this for now, and that's about it. Next, there is no other except that. So this is a good. Let's go. I need to adjust the page. Go back and page. Go back here. Sorry, page. I'm going to change this. Oops. With 512 by 512. What happened? Oh. Okay. So we can use the tile to guide the tiles, the grids to guide us for tile-based images. Let's start with the ground first. Ground tiles, Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Okay. Fine. 6. Color. bring it more here. Okay, so that's going to be one ground. Just gonna add some grass. So we'll use the pin, free hand, free hands. Where's the pin too? Yeah, pin. Alright. That's terrible. Okay. But that's show the green color. Stroke. That's now stroke. Back. Copy that same color as full copy paste. Let's just take the part, just play around with this and make it decent, neat. Okay, this is not looking great, but it's okay. Just going to do a copy of this and make it a bit smaller. Move here and make it darker or lighter. What happened there? Okay, lighter, darker. That's one in the full. Okay, it's actually make the bottom one a bit darker and the top one a bit gray. Yes, okay. And then that it's brighter here. Come on, man. Give up. Okay, that's that. And just okay, just to put a bit of a shadow below that. See, we can get this color and that color. Come on. Oh, okay. Choose much blacker. That's that longer. Oh, can make it more decent. Let's see. Copy, paste, and looks okay. Could do better with some of the shade oil. Alright. Okay, it's tempting to put a bit of gradient, but I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. Yeah, I'm not. Okay. I was. Nice. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Going to duplicate this, duplicate and move it down, 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 and flip it over, which is vertical, horizontal. Oh. Alright, this could look, let's see if we can make it more gradient. Huh. Okay, that and make it the gradients. Oh. Cool. Then can just put in more how you say, sandy shapes. Vector path shape. Alright. Okay. So that's the one piece of the one part of the ground. Just moving on quickly. Can just draw the tree. Put here 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. And that's objective part. So give it a bit of a slant pins here, pin there. Yeah, it's good enough. Put in some. Where did I go to? Go. Paste. Okay, let's go there. To the color here. Okay. To make a tree without do the leaves, we can just use some circle. Before we do that, let's do some branches. Mm. Okay. Let's see. If you circle to a tree, then what are we doing? Union to group may not be putting it as one object. Then put come on. What's hey. Mm-hmm. Okay, insert. And now trading currently being better. Okay, so we can do a better version of that tree. Work on it. I'm doing a good job of it. Just to perhaps end this, I need to whatever other objects uh, to add to the game, you can put into a tile set. To show what a tile set is, for example, see, tile set is game tile generator. Sorry, hold on. This one. So you can get a tile from map editor. Generally, it would be free. Basically, you use it. You put all your game assets into a tile and just pick from there and add to the game. So from there, you click on download to add itch.io, which takes you here, and you click on download now. However, it may not be entirely free to use. That's about it. So, yeah, that's about it, I suppose. Yes, yeah.